Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Fight CPS and stop taking our children. I'm your host, Bob Pace, and I'm on here twice a day for every day of the week for the last 23 months, almost 2 years. And I'm here to help you with your CPS matter. I'm not an attorney, but a loving husband and a father. I have 43 years of marriage experience, and I have 61 years of working and life experiences. And I want to help you with an entity called the it's called the Child Protection System, found in every county, in every state, and worldwide. Yes, I mean worldwide. I have right now a total of 24 countries. Newest country the other day was Iran. So I've talked to Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, and then up to Middle East with Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Libya. Then over to the continent of Africa, I have Liberia, Sudan, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and the provinces of South Africa. Then up to Europe, the United Kingdom with England, Scotland, Wales, also Denmark and Sweden. Across the pond in North America is Canada and its provinces, and the United States with all 50 states have either texted in or called in. Also, I've heard from Washington, D.C. So it's a good representation. Um, South the border, I've heard from Mexico, then further south in South America, north of Brazil, on the east coast is Grenada. Then across the South Pacific to New Zealand and the land down under Australia and its states. Now that's 24 countries and over 2,700 people I've spoken to. And they all have something in common as well as me. They encountered a rogue CPS entity, a child protection system entity. It will have different names. It's too many names to list them all. Like in Arizona's Department of Children's Services. In Kentucky, it's called the Cabinet. In California, in LA County, it's called the Department of Children and Family Services. Next door in Orange County, it's called the Child and Protection Services. So no matter what name it is, I just call it CPS, which stands for the Child Protection System. It's a system that is supposed to be mandated to protect our children from neglect and abuse and do what's called family reunification because studies have found the best parents to raise their children are the biological parents. So if there's a problem with one of the parents or both parents, they feel that family reunification will help them get back on their feet and be able to raise those children with love and caring. But unfortunately, the system's become corrupt, and you don't know whether you're going to run into a rogue one or not. I would say 50% of the child protection systems are corrupt. And I mean by that because they really make parents go through things unneedlessly and they take advantage of things, especially when parents don't have money to hire an attorney. Because that's what it really takes is a paid professional attorney that's schooled in the areas of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. Now I have an attorney, his name is Vincent W. Davis, and he will defend you. Right there, there's his picture on my window, upper right hand corner of your face in the screen. Hold him in. We have a number, 888-888-6582. That's the law offices. There you can speak to reception. Make sure you tell reception that Bob Pace sent you. And when you talk to Mr. Davis, make sure you say that Bob Pace sent you. So that's all there is to it. There's an attorney for you that has over 39 years of fighting CPS and returning thousands of children. Not only that, he is a trial attorney. He can do lawsuits, civil lawsuits against CPS and win back millions of dollars in state or federal court. So he's the real deal. And if you're looking for an attorney, he will come and help you. He'll do all 50 states. It just said he has expenses for air transportation, hotel accommodation, and food and ground transportation. Also needs to pay the license to practice in that state. It's a little bit economically ridiculous to pay a couple $100,000 for law offices for all 50 states if you only find one or two or three of them. But I'm here to listen to your story. So listen to what you have to say. And I'm here to help you. And good evening, Veronica Bueno. I have no idea where you're from. I need to put my housekeeping banners up. Here's one of them right now that talks about how to text a message into me. And it can either be a question or it can be a comment about CPS. Please state your firm, your city or county, and your state. If you're outside of the United States, put your country. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And I'll gladly hear you, um, your message, and able to do that. There's other ways you can communicate with this room is you can send emojis, smiley faces, hearts, a thumbs up, or even stars. Please check the follow button, and if you want to be notified, check the notification button. But this room is interactive. It's up to you what you put in there for me to come up with the answers. To come up with the answers. Now, besides text and message, you can also be a guest on my live stream. It's Bob P at VincentWDavis.com. That's what you'd send an email to. And it's one of my 14 shows. You can ask me on the Sunday morning show, Saturday night show, the Friday morning show, the Wednesday afternoon show. It's afternoon or morning, and or evening, I should say, evening or morning. And it's one day of the week. So it's a total of 14 shows per week that you can choose from. And if you want to be in more than once, I can have you on again with that. And also, I can take up to 9 people in the room that want to be guests. With me, it makes 10, so we can hold up to 10 people in this room. So I'm so glad that you found us, and that I want you now to ask for help because you need help. You're dealing with the agency that is gone completely rogue, that lies, will retaliate, very vendetta. Even today, I'm still fighting CPS. I don't know who's doing what, but someone right now has reported something that I have to disprove. And it's really sad that you have to work with that. You know, it doesn't stop. And, 15 years is a long time. Started with me in 2010. And unfortunately, I lost a job through no fault of my own. And shortly thereafter, I lost my job because I couldn't continue to pay the mortgage. It's sort of a domino effect. You get your forever home, and then all of a sudden you lose a job, and then you are faced with losing your assets, your shelter. So, hmm. Okay. Hello, Cassandra. This is Tony the Tiger. Honestly, we shouldn't need lawyers because it's the president's number one job to protect the constitutional rights of his people. On Monday, I'm filing against the court appointed lawyer. How would I go about it? Complain about the judge, law enforcement, the whole country if I'm being targeted by CPS and I have physical, legal evidence I'm being targeted. I know you are. Veronica Bueno, I never found out where you're from, but again, a warm welcome. And I'm glad to see you, Tony the Tiger from Ostenago, New York. And I know how hard it must be. I know how hard it must be, Tony. It really is really hard. You know, I do this show twice. I try my best to help you all. And you do express your concerns. But I'm sorry you have to get an attorney. You're dealing with a very complex agency. They're very deceitful. They were in my case, they've been over in thousands of others. I mean, I have over 2,700 people I talked to. We all have something in common that we encountered a rogue CPS. And that's a horrible thing to encounter. That's a horrible thing to encounter. Whew. How difficult it is. People come and go in this room. I have over said 2,700 people, and I know it's very discouraging if I don't have the right answer. Um, this live stream is nice. I can have up to 9 of you. With me makes 10. All you have to do is email me at bobp@vincentwdavis.com. And I'll gladly turn your name into my show producer. I'll send you a link that you copy and paste your browser. It's to StreamYard. It's the application I use. And you can be on my show as a guest. And it's a lot better because you can talk a lot. Because if you're on the phone, only one person can be on the phone at a time. I can't take multiple callers. So I can only take one caller at a time. And lastly, I want to put my phone number up because that's another way you can interact with this live stream. My number is up. It's 626-698-0990. Not to confuse with the office number they gave you earlier. Boy, things are just popping up all over the place. But there's my number, 626-698-0990. And I'd love to have you call in and talk about your case. Now, I had Cassandra, and hello, David Hidalgo. I've not heard from you since Tuesday. What is the latest, David? How did it go Tuesday? How did the change of when you have your court, how did that go Tuesday? I want to hear, David. I've been thinking about you all week. I'm glad you checked in with me tonight. David is from Santa Maria. He has a case in Santa Barbara County, and it's a bad case because he's being accused, alleged by his daughter of improper behavior, and it's not true. But he has to fight through the system. It's terrible. The mother of the child is not involved with the girl. He had custody of two children, and apparently took away the custody of his girl. And the grandmother and the aunt are behind it. But anyway, David, welcome. Welcome from Santa Maria, California. And I'd like you to share. Also, we have Tony from Castellago County in New York. And she has a 14-year-old boy that is being accused wrongly, and the family's interfering with her case. So here we go. Hello there, David. How you doing? Yeah.
Good evening to all your listeners.
Yeah, good evening, David. So what happened Tuesday?
So we were given. We need to have 2 days of court because I have over 18 witnesses that I'm calling on my behalf.
Right, right.
And so we needed to have back-to-back days in the court in my area. They don't have back-to-back days. So unfortunately, I here's the hard part again. This is the sixth time it's been postponed. So I don't get to go back to court till November 4th and November 15th.
Oh, why so long? What did Vincent tell you?
Well, Vincent's got a busy schedule too.
Okay.
It's conflicting with Vincent's time in the court and the other attorneys in the court. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do. But,
oh. Are they going to try to get visitation for you with your daughter?
No.
They have no visitation. They're refusing you visitation.
Correct.
And why is that?
Because of the allegations that are made against me, and Mr. Vincent suggested that it's better not to push the issue, that just wait to get everything done.
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry to be pushing you. I'm sorry to be pushing to you, but it's just so frustrating that the CPS is so slow and takes so long to do things.
Well, Bob, do you think that I don't suffer? I've not seen my daughter since the end of February till now. Not a single visitation.
Yeah. I know what you feel like. I haven't seen my daughter since May 2nd of 2012. And she's 23 now. So I mean that's terrible. I mean that's 8, 9, 10, 11 years. I've not seen or hold my daughter for 11 years.
I couldn't imagine, Mom.
Yeah. And I am going to the wedding of my son, and my daughter will be there, but she'll be up in the balcony and I'm down below. I'm not invited to the reception because my daughter will be there. And of course, the relatives, my wife's sister, who caused a lot of the problems, will be there. So it's a terrible mess. I don't know, and I'm still fighting CPS. It's a new development that came out of the blue that Social Security has been misinformed, and now they're trying to, allege that I'm not paid my funds to my daughter, which is true, but they're talking about something that happened 9 years ago. 9 and 8 years ago. I can't believe they're still talking about something. Why couldn't you tell me back then? Why are you telling me now? It's just the system is so corrupt. They make a phone call, and I know what they're doing. Yeah, understand, David. Understand.
And so then I hear that, they're telling my daughter not to talk to me. They're alienating her. They're trying their best. But you know what? Things get through the system. Things get back to me. And I heard that, my daughter lately has been saying how much she misses. I used to take her to different places for breakfast and used to do a lot of things. And the hard hardest part about this, Bob, I wanted to ask you something.
All
I
right.
have to talk to Mr. Davis about this. My daughter's gonna turn 10 next month, and I wanted to see if I could, send her a birthday cake and a few birthday things. I wonder if that would be, I can't talk to her, but I'd like to send her a birthday card and just,
You know what? I wanted to do that for my daughter, and I was turned down when Vincent was. I think what's sad is you write a journal to your daughter. You should have done that from day one. I forgot to do mine, but you write a journal and you tell them about your feelings, and someday she'll know there. Buying a birthday cake is putting a burden. Also, it's like they're going to construe that you're trying to buy love, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
I don't know because you know what? I will tell you this. Uh, there was another motion filed for them to give all evidence now complete, to Mr. Davis. Remember that they've been lagging on giving all the forensic interviews and the police reports and everything and the medical
Right,
records, other
right,
medical information that
right,
they held back, right? Well, they're
right.
compelled now. There's new motion that was filed this week, and so this last week, and so you know I was sitting back and looking at that, everything in those reports all exonerating me 100%.
Yeah,
And now I understand why they would not come forward with that stuff. And, other videos that my sister and other people tried to put in as evidence against me to CPS, none of it can be validated. It's all going to be inadmissible. So I was thinking, there's not a single there's not a single piece of evidence that against me.
yeah, I understand.
There's no medical, there's no physical. There's, it, and so I was looking at the whole big picture. Well, there is no reason why they should have taken my daughter from me and kept her this long. There's not a single piece of physical evidence. There's no criminal charges. There's no the medical evidence all came back to exonerate me. There's nothing. I mean, all the evidence I provided to counter all the lies that were said against me, all that has been ignored. And so I think that's a pretty bad case against CPS right now. Because if you think about it, how my civil rights were violated, they took my child without having any kind of proof at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
So I don't even like they say that in the juvenile court, the burden of proof, the threshold is less, and it's easier for them. But there's not even a scratch. I mean, there's nothing on it.
Yep.
There's no it's hearsay, and it just my daughter has come clean already. Said how my sister tried to bribe her and coached her, and two of the witnesses that my sister produced are people that have things against me, but their testimony can be very can be destroyed. And so I mean I was thinking about that how are they gonna justify this? When hopefully the judge is fair and everything, but I mean in the big scheme of things, when it comes down to my civil rights, they have been grotesquely violated, and like I said, there's nothing to justify what happened down to this point.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, and now I have, my other two nieces who are grown women now that I took care of them when they were like from 6 to 14 or 15 years old. My nieces, my sister tried to check us up on my sister tried to get them to say things that, to go along with my sister's agenda, say that things happen that never did. And both my nieces told her absolutely not. And now they're going to testify for me too.
Well, that is good news. I mean, it's just that now you got to wait till November. That is the part I hate. I hate this so bad. Is the delays and the delays and the delays.
And there's rumors that the attorneys want to make some kind of a deal where they take away the bad allegations, but they try to get me to some kind of a neglect charge. And that's not going to happen, Bob. I'm not taking any
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I know you said, well, sometimes they put a thing where like a 6 month kind of, what do they call that, reunification, because they've denied me all of those things already. And you know what? Why? Because they made a mistake, and now if they try to pull that crap on me, I'm not taking any of that. But I'm not. I'm gonna fight that all the way to the end. But at this point in time, I've lost too much time, and then for them to put stipulations and conditions on me when there's no reason for them to have. They got it all wrong, Bob, and the evidence, you know, is in my favor.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
But what do you think, Bob? What's your opinion on this? You've seen, you have all the experience here, and I heard that even the police officers that investigated me are going to testify on my behalf.
Well, that's good. You have all the good stuff. I didn't have a lot of that. I had people fabricating and making my life worse.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm guarded though. You know what I mean, Bob? I want to get my hopes up and stuff, but I have to think, Bob, that how are they going to try to justify any of this now?
Well, they're not. They're, from actual experience, I don't think it ever goes away. My wife has been a mess since they destroyed her family. She's not been the same woman.
Well,
And it still
then I have to
continues
persuade
today.
her.
It still continues. So do not stop fighting. Keep pushing the envelope. Keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Well, I have to have a plan when this is concluded. How I'm going to, you know, seek justice. How I'm going to seek retribution for this. Because you know what, Bob? They don't have a leg to stand on anymore, Bob. Everything has exonerated me.
Yeah.
When I have my day in court, even to the point where lines that CPS says I already have proof now to where things that they printed they wrote on reports against me that they themselves know to be lies that they still provided for the court. I want to know what's the reaction going to be when Mr. Davis points all these things out to them.
Well, eventually he'll get his day in court like you will, and you'll be pleasantly surprised because it will go in your way. I think your case in the end, but the thing is, it's still going to be an ongoing fight. You still got to deal with the civil lawsuit too. That's something that's really going to be tough for you.
Well, I think I'm going to go forward with that because they have to answer for what they did to me and my daughter now.
I agree.
For
I
believing
agree.
my sister without having a shred of proof against me.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
And then when my sister gets destroyed in court with all her lies, making false police reports, I want to know what are they going to say to me when they
Right,
realize that now
right, right.
that they were blinded. They didn't want to look at all of my facts. They didn't want to look at all of my proof. They didn't want to look at everything that I had in my favor. Yet they completely built a case against me. 99% of it on hearsay and lies and just things that my sister told them that were not true. Yet they filled the reports with them and everything that I had that was true that exonerated me. It never made it to those reports.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
So I don't know what if in your experience when these cases are say my case is concluded in November and I file a suit against them. How
It's
long
not
do
going to
those
happen
things
that
take?
fast. It's not going to happen that fast from experience. It's not going to happen.
I don't know what else they could do when we go to court in November. Like I said, everything exonerates me.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
What could hold it back now?
Nothing's gonna. It's just gonna take. I don't know how else to tell you. It's gonna take time.
Have you seen anybody or heard of cases in California that similar to mine that the CPS gets sued for violating people's civil rights? How long does that usually take? What's been your experience from what you've seen?
Um, what do you mean? How long on a civil suit?
Yes, to bring against CPS to get some type of retribution against them. Yes, for when they do
I
this
think you're looking at
discrimination.
years. I think you're looking at years. Your life is going to be very, very complicated for years. That's not what you
That's
want to
interesting.
hear. That's not what you want to hear.
I don't see how it can because at this point it's pretty much cut and dry now because I mean there's nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What they say the devil's in the details, but I mean there is nothing wrong. I've looked over this and I've dotted the i's and I've crossed the t's and I just don't know what I mean they dropped the ball.
yeah,
They were so anxious to hang me and thought that they were, and now I think they realize that they really dead on it.
yeah,
And now I feel from the people who around me, from my private investigator to my other friend who's a lawyer locally who's helping, that the consensus is they don't know how to get out of this case now.
yeah,
They're so deep into this, they don't know how to admit that they were wrong, and that's where I'm at right now, Bob.
yeah,
In a nutshell.
yeah. Well, what did Vincent say about how it went on Tuesday? What did he tell you? What encouragement or what he tell you?
Oh, he's not worried about it one bit. He
Yeah,
just
well,
says, we need the 2 days to get everything out in the open to put an end to this, unequivocally.
right.
Just once and for all. He is really, uh, he's really relaxed. I guess from what I understand, it's just smooth sailing for him now.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. Um, I do want to welcome Rocky, who's in my room. Rocky is from New York. He has a brother in Virginia that has a lot of CPS issues. Hi, Rocky. Glad to have you in my room again. So, and we have Bartley again. Oh, goodness gracious. There's Bartley. She's such a wonderful woman and so supportive of me. She's from Montana. She prays for you, David. Bartley is a
Thank you.
remarkable woman. She
Thanks,
has a
Barley.
core
Thanks,
Dave.
Rocky, and
Yeah.
welcome tonight.
Yeah. And then Tony the Tiger. She's always coming in from New York.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony, these are family members. They're getting to know you, is what they're doing, David. And I'm glad you do call
Yeah,
in
thank you.
because you really help out other people because you're expressing your story and your frustrations. And what this room does, it gives you hope and it helps support that it's not the end. It's got to get better. It's got to get better.
That's one thing I want to support everybody because I mean there was times that this brought me to my knees and like I said before, I'm not afraid to admit that there's lots of times that I've cried myself to sleep thinking that that everything was just I wasn't going to get any justice and the way that I've just been mistreated by the legal system and I was once a believer that in the United States, this great world power, this great country, that we had a great legal system, but I will tell you the juvenile court system is broken and it's a fraud and something needs to be done because the things that the CPS does, like I stated and I'll say it again, CPS is the modern day Gestapo.
Yeah, something like that. I hear you.
I've got to take this call. I'm getting a long distance call. I want to say
Okay.
thanks to everybody and I'll keep in touch, guys. God bless you
Please
guys.
do you, David. Take care. Thank you for calling in. Okay, that was David Halago from Santa Maria, California, talking about his case in Santa Barbara County, and it was really good to hear him. So I know what the frustration he's going through and stuff. I know what he's going through, and it is a hard situation. Oh boy. Well, we just had a nice call in from David. As you can see, it's easy to talk to on the show, and it's so for all you listeners out there. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. I'm doing my live stream here. Hold on. I got someone that's asking me. Um, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a temporary timeout. Temporary. Okay, I'm back. I had to take care of a personal matter, but anyway, I know I have emoji here of sadness, and that came from Maria Fuentes. And I'm so sorry you're sad, Maria Fuentes. Please text me or call in. I'd love to talk to you and get rid of that sadness. I know what it is. And Tony, I've not heard from you. Or Veronica Bueno, I've not heard from you about where you're from. And Tony, I need to answer your question. And David had to take care of a phone call, but he wasn't here. And my good friend Bartley from Montana is really supportive. And I know everybody needs it. And Tony did say something. I need prayers, guys. I have control of my emotions, but I can only take so much. I know you're not okay, Tony. Cassandra, I care about you as a human. And you come in here, and Bartley's praying for you. We're all praying here for you because we believe in God. And God will see the light. He will see the light and bring you back here and stuff. So, um, wow. Um, yeah. Anyway, you've reached a live stream with Bob Pace tonight. You know, we're trying to help out with your CPS matter. You know, if you could tell me your name and where you're from, and text me a message about your CPS matter, it would be really great, and I can try to help you. I'm good at answering questions and problem solving. I'll use the time in here to do so. Okay. Um, oh, here we go. Okay. Um, let me try to regroup here. Okay, you say after the status hearing, what's the next hearing about? I have no idea what the status hearing that you're going through. Each one is different. So you need to tell me more. You yourself will know, Bartley. Status is bring you up to date, but then there's going to be probably they want to remember they mentioned something about charge you with more criminal charges, but misdemeanors. I don't know why they're doing there. Now Tony says, "Sorry I disappeared. I was on Fox Live this morning. I'm tired of people calling me crazy. You're not crazy. My faith helps me to not show them all what that definition looking like reality. But this is child drug trafficking. I know, Cassandra. It's a real thing. I'm tired of the news making it like a thing, but only with immigrant children and people in our government created programs are doing in defense of citizens." Tony says, "I know its show isn't political, but the whole situation is political. If you remember back to the stimulus being released, did you state magically have an uprising and children being taken, families destroyed?" I don't know if that is any connection there. I don't know that. I don't know that. So, um, oh boy. Ugh. Mm. Your question earlier is my lawyer has no contact with me, social service CPS won't contact me back after I said I had concerns about sexual abuse with my son, like I think they are just doing so. Um, you know, Cassandra, Tony the Tiger, you need to go through 911. The reason why I'm saying that is that they'll record everything. If you go through CPS or the police, they're corrupt and they'll lose a lot of things. That's why you call 911 and you want to report abuse. They'll have a record of it. They'll have a record of it. And it's sad that children do go through that. I know that they do. I know that they do. It's very, very, very sad. Um, wow. Mhm, 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 mm. Mm. Well, we have a lot of people in this room, and I'm glad we do. If anybody has any questions, they would love to talk to me because it's 8 o'clock, and I do have to end my live stream. I'm really sad, but it's the end of the time for tonight. Now I'll be on again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is Sunday, so I'll be on at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's Pacific Standard Time. And I want to see you all tomorrow. So please come in and ask your questions. You can get answers here, you can get help here. I've helped out, you know, a lot of you with your case, and you've come back to me and said it did help. So I know I'm doing something good here because I care about every one of you. You guys are my family when you come by. You're my family. And I know, Tony. I know. I know what you're going through. Oh, wow. They shouldn't put you two there. They're supposed to take the report. Don't tell me that 911 is corrupt in New York. That's sad to hear that, Tony the Tiger. I do have to go. I don't want to. I know you guys feel so frustrated, so I feel for you too. I'm in the same boat. but I'll be here again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I won't let you down. I care about every one of you. Make sure you still fight. Do not give up. Still fight. And there'll be a brief video right after I sign off. Please watch it. And God bless you all. And thank you for listening. And thank you, Tony from Otsego County. Thank you, Barkley from Montana. And see who else we have in here. Thank you, Rocky from New York. And David from California. Let me see who else we have. Veronica Bueno, I have no idea where you're from, but you had one call in and that's all I heard. That's all I heard. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off. God bless you all. And I really I know about your kidnapping, Tony. I know about that. Oh boy. Don't quit, Tony. Love you. You take care. This is Bob Pace signing off.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last one.